Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. My name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And guys, today I'm sharing with you this brand new curriculum that I just discovered a few weeks ago from Rebecca Spooner from Homeschool On. I'm sure you've heard of her because she's pretty big in the homeschool world. She has created this brand new homeschool curriculum called Gather Round Homeschool. She does have a website, it's gatherroundhomeschool.com. And on that website, you're going to find this North American Birds unit study along with her plan of her other unit studies for the rest of the year. What she's doing is she is creating 10 unit studies each year for 4 years. And so, of course, this is her first year, so everything is being created right now. She releases a new unit at the end of every month. So at the end of August, this North American Birds unit study was released. And then at the end of every month for the rest of this year, there will be a new unit released. If you want to see those other units, you can go to that website and you can look at the units that are going to come out this year. And she's alternated between like a science theme and a social studies theme or a history theme. So you're getting a little bit of both. So like the end of August, of course, was this North American Birds unit study, and then the end of September, it will be about Asia. I don't want you to think that it's just science or that it's just history. I'm going to take you through this and show you what all you get. So again, if you go to her website, gatherroundhomeschool.com, you can find all the information. She has the units that are coming out. She's going to have some frequently asked questions, and then she also has the prices and the many different ways that you can buy it. So what I purchased was the one student notebook and the one teacher guide because I only homeschool one child. So that pricing worked out the best for me. But there are so many options on there, and so you definitely need to go check it out. You can also join the Facebook group. If you'll do a search for Gather Round Homeschool Community on Facebook, you can join that group. It's all the mamas and families that are doing this curriculum. They share a ton of ideas, and Rebecca is on there all the time with videos and different things like that, offering encouragement, answering questions. It's just a really great place. So definitely check that out on Facebook. That's Gather Round Homeschool Community on Facebook. So this Gather Round Homeschool curriculum, let me tell you what it is. It is every subject that you need except for math. So you will need to add in math, and then you can also add in your independent reading. But it covers everything else. It's going to come with a teacher's guide, and then there are 6 different student notebooks that you can use. So there's a level for all of your kids. You will find the level that they need in this unit. She provides 6 different notebooks. It works for ages pre-K through 12th grade, and I know you're thinking, how in the world am I going to be able to sit all my kids down and teach them at the same time? And I promise you can. I'm going to tell you how you can look at it and figure this out for yourself. Remember that new units are released at the end of each month, and the schedule is on the website so you can see which unit you want. You can purchase these units individually as they come out, or you can buy the bundle for the whole year. Because I just wanted to try this one to see how it worked for my son, I just purchased for this month. So that's how I decided to do it. You can get it in digital version, which is what I did because I print at home, or you can get it in the print version where she will print it and she will send it to you. So whichever way works best for you, those are the options. There are some biblical things in here. This copywork does have a biblical approach, but it's not an in-depth teaching. It's just in the copywork and to help them learn spelling. And sometimes there are Bible connections, but there is no strict Bible teaching in here. So if that's something you're concerned with, that's good to know. And she does mention that on her website. So, like I said, I bought the digital version. And I bought it for just one because I did see that some families were like, I only have one kid, how's this going to work? So she does have that option. I bought it. It was $19.95. It was emailed to me, and then I printed it. I am a part of the HP Instant Ink, and so it was no problem printing this. This book was like 120-something pages, and I do the 300-page plan a month. So this was no problem because I also have rollover pages. So I printed this. You can also print the teacher's guide. It comes with it. But the great thing about the teacher's guide is you can also download it to your device and just read it from there. So I plan on reading it from my iPad. I've seen people on the community and Facebook project the teacher's guide up on their TV so that everybody can see it. Or you can print it out and make it into a book, whichever works the best for you. There's so many options. And guys, the pictures in the teacher's guide are absolutely beautiful. She has stunning artwork and stunning pictures in the student guides and in the teacher guide. Now, if you don't want to go all in and buy this and you just want to check it out, if you go to her website, gatherroundhomeschool.com, there's a place where you can get a free week's worth of lessons. And so what she does is she will email you the first week free. You're going to get to see the first week in the teacher's guide. You're going to get to see every student notebook. So if you don't know which book to put your kids in yet, open up every one of those free student notebooks and check it out and see which one you think would work best for your child. It is an awesome sample and I definitely recommend you check it out. And that's what really made me want to purchase this curriculum. So for my son, who is a 5th grader, I picked the upper elementary notebook. That's the one that I thought would work best for him. And so today I'm going to flip through this and show you what's included in this upper elementary notebook. But like I said, please sign up for the free sample and check out the other notebooks too, so you'll know where your kids fit. Because it's really made for you to gather your whole family and teach everyone at the same time. And then the kids work on their own levels in their notebook. It's absolutely amazing. And I think it would be amazing for large families, and I think it's going to be amazing for my family too. So let me show you the North American Birds Unit Study. So at the beginning, you are going to get the scope and sequence. So this is the scope and sequence for upper elementary. So it's got everything that we're going to be covering in language arts. And I love to see things like this because I love to be able to show what all we've covered. We also have the scope and sequence for geography. And remember, this is just for one unit. For history, these are all the things we're going to cover in history. So like I said, we're not just talking about birds. She's done a great job at pulling in so many things. So here's our history. Here's our scope and sequence for science. Here's our scope and sequence for social studies. There is some Bible verse memorization if you want to do that. And there's also some artwork. So you're really touching on everything for that month. She has taken care of it for you. You don't have to do anything. You just print and you go. And so the scope and sequence is included in every workbook. So whichever one you buy for your kids, you'll have it. Next, you have the table of contents. So there are 20 lessons, and she does have it set up where you could do it for a 4-day week or a 5-day week. It's totally up to you, whatever works for your family. And then there's also an appendix with an answer key, a reading log, and a bird watching log. So I'll show you those too as we get there. So I'm just going to show you a few of these, but like I said, it's absolutely beautiful. So for lesson 1, you learn all about the bald eagle. So you'll use your teacher's guide if you print it or if you use it on your device. You'll read to your kids, discuss what's there. There's also website recommendations that you can go to. And of course, look things up on YouTube and find videos of these birds. So this is all about the bald eagle. So they'll do a notebooking page about the bald eagle. And then here's your social studies and language arts. So you're going to learn about the U.S. national emblem. It tells what a symbol is. It also gives them directions on what to do. You color the great seal the correct colors, and you look up the symbolism. So they'll write what the white and the red mean. Then here's your copy work. So the kids will copy this. And if there's any words that they have trouble spelling on their own, you can write them a few times on the lines below, and that can be their spelling for the week. Then there's some geography. So this talks about that over half of the entire population of bald eagles is in Alaska. So you're going to use this to label the map. And then here's your art focus. You can do it right there on that page, or if your kids would prefer to do it on another piece of paper, they can certainly do that. I've seen some really neat things in the Facebook group where they did like the families have found this watercolor lesson for the bald eagle, and they have done some amazing artwork. So definitely check that out. You don't have to just do it on this page. Here's lesson 2. So then you're going to learn about the ruby-throated hummingbird. This is your science, history, and language arts. This is all about Carl Linnaeus, and so we'll read this and we'll answer the questions. And then here's your language arts, where they get to practice being an editor, and I think that's an excellent way for kids to learn language arts is through editing someone else's work. So this is in here, and there's an answer key in the back so that you can check and make sure it's correct. And then you have some more geography, and then some drawing. And then lesson 3, it kind of follows the same path. You've got the notebooking for the red-winged blackbird. You have some copy work and spelling. And then you hit your writing. And so this says that throughout the study of birds, we're going to work on a writing project. This is something we can put together with our drawings to show what we learn while learning about good writing at the same time. So this is building a project that will be worked on for the whole month, where they pick the topic and any questions they have about that topic. And then here's some geography. So like I said, it keeps running through. The notebooking page looks a little different for the mourning dove. Then you have dictation. So this is where you're hoping that they have memorized that Bible verse, or memorized at least what the words look like. And so you read it to them and they write it down on here. Then you have reading and comprehension, and some geography, and some drawing. So anyway, this is the first week. This is what you're going to get in the sample. So I'm going to flip to a little further in the book and show you some more things that are in here. So let's go back to, let's go to lesson 16. So here is the American goldfinch, and the notebooking page has changed because you do want to keep it fresh. Kids get bored doing the same thing over and over, so I love that they change. So you have diet, appearance, and an interesting fact, and this is something that the kids can take the information that you read to them, or they can go do their own research. You're really trying to build a love of learning in them and teaching them how to go find the information that they need. So they can get it from what you read out of the teacher's guide, or they can go and look it up themselves. Here's some language arts, which is, this is your dictation. Here's your science. So you're going to work on seeds, because that American goldfinch likes to eat seeds, and so she's bringing in a seed anatomy and then an extension activity. More mapping. And then some drawing. And then here again is another notebook page, but this is for the Canada goose, and it looks a little different. And it has questions. How do I protect my young? What do you remember about my babies? And what's an interesting fact you learned? Copy work and spelling. Here's some language arts where they're reading again and answering some questions. Some more mapping and drawing. And of course, you can add anything you want to into this. Add in those field trips. Add in bird watching. Look on Pinterest and look for fun bird games. I know there's a bird bingo on there. Anything that you can add into this to bring this to life. I've seen kids on the Facebook page building nests with materials out that they found outside. So there's so many things you can bring into this that your kids are going to love. So let me show you the back. I want to show you the appendix. So back here in the back, you do have your answer key. And then you have this beautiful reading log. So if your kids like to keep up with the books they're reading, or if you're keeping up with the books that you're reading about birds, this will be a beautiful place to write those down. So it comes with a bunch of those. And of course, if you buy the digital download, you could print as many of those as you needed for your child. And then it has this beautiful bird watching log. So having some binoculars for your child, and just sitting in your backyard or going somewhere where you can observe birds, you could take this with you, put it on a clipboard, and let them write down, you know, what day it is, what time of the day, the weather. They can sketch the bird. It's great. So that's all in here. That's in the back of the book. And I would love to show you the teacher's guide, but like I said, I didn't print it. I'm going to use it on my iPad. But if you will download that sample, you will get to see a sample of the teacher's guide. When you buy the actual teacher's guide, there are a few planning pages in there for you, and it tells you exactly what you're doing. There's planning pages that you can write on, and it just comes with all the information that you need. You don't have to go looking for any of this information. Everything is there for you. So I would definitely check it out. I also want to show you this app that I put on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. It's not great. It's the Audubon app. It is free. And I put that on there, and if you type in whatever bird it is that you're studying, it will give you all kinds of information about that bird. You can also listen to the sounds, and I think that's great. We were actually driving down the road yesterday, and we saw a hawk, and my son was making this crazy sound, and I said, do you want to know what sound a hawk really makes? And so I picked up my phone, and when we pulled over at the restaurant, and I looked him up, looked up the hawk, and we got to listen to the sound, and then my son was trying to recreate that sound. So that app is awesome, and it was also mentioned on the Gather Round Homeschool community Facebook page. So there's tons of ideas there, so definitely check that out. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that if you're looking for a new curriculum, or even if you're not, because I was not looking for one, and this, I saw this and I was like, I've got to check this out. So I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any more comments or questions about this, you can check out her Facebook page, you can check out her website, or you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Please share this. Please like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.